So lately I've been thinking about what makes a friend and how people treat each other, and it's probably going to be a subject on my mind and a lot of other people's minds for quite some time. So here's a second batch of thoughts on the subject matter. Friends are like food. Yes, that's right, I said it. Friends are like food. We crave and are obsessed with fast food. It's quick, it's easy, it fills the space in our tummy, and it gets the stomach pains, the hunger ones, to stop. However, fast food tends to be pre-processed, and your body either or it flushes out of your body a lot faster. It really doesn't do you any good. Yeah, it filled your stomach, but it's pretty toxic when you think about it. And it's very, very temporary. It doesn't take much for it to either go away, leaving you with nothing and hungry again or needing nutrients and multivitamins and whatever. But more often than not, it deposits the fat, and who wants extra fat that we don't particularly need? We're not necessarily creatures out in the wild trying to survive anymore. We're office people. Whereas me, and this is the hard part, and maybe it'll understand why things tend to hurt a little more for me. I see food as a fine meal in an expensive restaurant. You come in, 5 minutes later, the candle's lit, all the silverware is down appropriately. You spend time with the waiter trying to figure out the menu to find the perfect combination of foods that your body needs. You wait while it's being cooked. And when the meal comes to you, it tastes wonderful. It tastes fabulous. It stays in your body. It's healthy. It's nutritious. It's good for you. Took you longer. You're going to be sitting in that restaurant for 3 hours instead of the 5 minutes it took to get the fast food. But it's healthy for you. You're less likely to have the issues and the problems. You're less likely to have fat deposits. And yeah, you just gave up a whole chunk of time. But it was a good, tasty, complete meal. And you will come back to that restaurant over and over and over again. And the day you get sick because something happened in the kitchen, or you had fast food at lunch, is the day you go to the restaurant and you say, hey, I got sick. I really hurt. But you've been really good to me, so I'm not going to sue you. I deserve a free meal in the house. And you continue to go back there for years and years and years to come. Like a good restaurant, no one can afford it every single time. So if you see that restaurant going under, or if someone picks a fight or gets drunk or whatever, you will help the owner save the restaurant, just so you can continue to have the good food that you know does your body good and your mind perfect and relaxes you and centers you and fixes all your problems even in that moment. Fast food chain, McDonald's shuts down one location. Okay. There's tons of them everywhere. Every single corner. There's a McDonald's or an A&W or even the in-between ones like Wendy's that have a half-decent menu on top of their crappy menu. Still, there's so many of them everywhere. So, that's how I see friendship. That's how I see food. Not much of a cook. I'm a better friend. So, if you want me to make you a meal, I recommend not, unless it's one of the few things that I know I actually do right. And for those who've seen my postings on making chocolate, no, chocolate doesn't count. It's not a meal. It's not fast food, but it's not a meal. But if you want me to make a really good friendship and it works, I'm willing to spend the time. I don't really have the time anymore. So if I've already spent the time, we've built an incredible restaurant together. And I've always been willing to save a good restaurant. I've already paid for the food. Or you're someone I'm willing to pay for the food. So there you go. Quickie today. I may have a second one in me.